Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. Today I'll be advising the House of one of the most offensive cuts to a constituent's NDIS plan I've ever seen by the Morrison-Joyce government. The NDIS is being undermined by the Liberals and Nationals, and they are cutting the support packages and plans of vulnerable Australians. In a country as prosperous as ours, and one that prides itself on being the land of the fair go, this is just not on. I am so angry, and Labor will not cop the ongoing attacks by the Liberals on the NDIS. Ian from Belmont South is vision impaired and has had a guide dog for 40 years. The provision of this guide dog has been part of his NDIS plan until a recent review by a bureaucrat who conducted it in December and determined that it was not, and I quote, reasonable and necessary for this vision impaired man to have funding for a guide dog. Let me repeat this, Mr Deputy Speaker. The Morrison-Joyce government has cut funding to a man who is blind for his guide dog. How can this happen in Australia in the year 2022? And the reason provided by the National Disability Insurance Agency for this cut is that Ian has been provided funding for an extra 2 hours for a carer a week, and so there is no need for a guide dog. What a load of utter garbage. How can they equate an extra 2 hours of caring funding with the loss of a guide dog? This is what this government is resorting to now, Mr Deputy Speaker. Now, unfortunately, the internal review by the National Disability Insurance Agency confirmed this savage cut. And so Ian is forced to go through the appalling and time-consuming and expensive process of appealing to the Administrative Appeals Tribunal. He shouldn't have to do this. I call on the Minister to personally intervene to restore the funding to ensure that this funding is provided to Ian for his guide dog. A vision-impaired participant in the NDIS who's had a guide dog for 40 years and recently funded by the NDIS should not be a victim of this budget cut mentality. We're talking about the quality of life of someone living with a disability here. Ian deserves dignity and respect from the NDIS, and I call on the Minister to act urgently to remedy this situation. Unfortunately, Ian's case is not isolated. This government has broken the sacred bond it committed to when it supported the Gillard government's establishment of the National Disability Insurance Scheme. This scheme is all about empowering Australians living with a disability to live their best possible lives. But this government is cutting plans left, right and centre. They are destroying the lives of Australians with a disability, all with a callous disregard to the impact on those people and communities like mine. So I say I stand with Ian. He deserves to have his guide dog reinstated, and we won't stop until we achieve victory on this very important issue.